Okay, it's been a while. It's December 7th, 2019. It's kind of breakout. And I'm gonna decide to do some small stuff. Like I said, every little bit counts. Trying to get motivated. I'm just sitting in my car, absorbing all the heat I can before I came out here. Been a minute, man. I haven't looked at this joint in a while. And, I gotta do something. Had a lot of plans for it to be done by now, but the heavy lifting and the heavy stuff has been completed. So that's good for me. I don't gotta stress about that too much. Okay, so what I might do today, I'm gonna take one of these with me. I gotta get the nut to secure the engine, because right now the engine's in place, but it's not properly mounted, and you gotta get that done. Pop the hood, shall we? Damn, son, that was crazy, son. I forgot how much stuff I had in here. Yeah, clutch and everything's in here, all the other stuff in here. I still have to make that hole, man. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. Ideally, it would have been better for me to make that hole when the transmission and everything like that was not fully connected. But as you guys remember, I put the transmission and connected it to the drive shaft and etc. and etc. So I can't guesstimate where the hole is going to be made. Now, the reason why I need the hole is because this setup is a little bit different. This car, it was not a 5-speed from factory. It was automatic, and because I'm doing a 5-speed conversion and this chassis doesn't have the provisions for that bracket, I have to do a workaround. Now, somebody in the forum gave me a workaround where I just drill a hole through that plate, because I have the old school style, which is not like the other fork, which is a low mountain plate, black bracket plate that bolts to the back of the transmission. I have to drill a hole through that, and it'll come out through one of this area somewhere around here. I have 2 rubber bushings to put on top and the bottom with like a washer and everything like that, and make bolt and drill that through, tighten it, and I'll give the rear portion of the manual transmission shifter linkage support, so I can get into gears here for the most part that I see and I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still not a pro when it comes to shifting and doing all this other good stuff, but once that is connected, that should give me more stability in the rear, so it won't be as sloppy and as finicky. This thing kind of bothers me still, but it's not a big deal. It's just probably the way it is right here. And then I gotta turn that, and then after I get that going, I still have to wire it, meaning that I have to plug this in. I have to jump this to get it to start. Somebody else showed a diagram saying that what it was, that if you look through the loom and you dig through the loom through the under the dash, there's provisions for the manual transmission and the wiring harness. So I might not have to do any wiring. So I'm gonna try to look into that documentation again, just to verify and be sure, because not that I'm afraid to do the wiring, but I'd rather not have to if I don't have to. Right, hold on a second. Okay, so as I said before, the engine and transmission is in, so thank God for that. And the transmission is kind of fully bolted up. They go to top of one engine mount that needs to get the washer and the lock nut, and here's the other one. So they are both mounted in their proper location. I just need to secure it. Then it could get down to me to start plugging and playing all the little hoses and different things like that, and then start prepping to put like the fan back on, aligning the belts and the pulleys and yada yada yada. So that's what that is. But some parts are still really dirty, and I want to kind of like brake clean them down. Like right here, like this mess sludgy, and alternator look crazy. I was gonna take it off the bracket and maybe unbolt it and maybe paint that, but I don't know. like I said, it's not really a rush. This still is kind of weeping out. I'm just hoping that it's not from the top and it's just something else. The power steering stuff. I still gotta cut that line for the whatchamacallit, for the clutch, because I didn't cut it, the little nipple over the brake reservoir, like this little nipple right here. Move my hand out the way so you can see it. Yeah. You see that little thing right here? Right there, down there. I have to cut that, and then that hose, this hose right here, that hose goes on top of it, the throttle body and stuff like that. It's here. I mean, I got the stuff in. I mean, I'm getting there. Like I said, man, I really do wish that I had a place where I can like really work in this car, and where it's like sheltered and maybe not as cold. I was recommended I should probably buy like one of those tents, like Harbor Freight or something like that, and just put it around the car and get one of them butane heaters and just have it, like, you know, warming up the location. I mean, I might do that, but this is not my place. It's my parents' place, and I ain't trying to do anything something that's gonna, like, you know, mess up the look of the home. And the next bit is just trying to figure this thing all out. So, like I said, I'm doing some small things, just small little things. I'm probably gonna go around, get some brake clean, get those two nuts, and then try to start, like, you know, figuring out some other little things, and then just mapping some stuff out so I can start getting this back together. The radiator is secure in the shed. Everything's looking all right. I just want to drive it, man. We already know. Just want to drive it. I mean, look, when you open it up, looking good, you know what I'm saying? Then I worry about the cosmetics in the summertime, you know what I mean? Pick up, learn some bodywork stuff. I know some people who know some people, you know? But, just like trying to straighten out and clean it up as best I can. I really wish I did go ham and clean the engine bay up a little bit better, but here's what it is. All right, let me get cracking.